Hello, and welcome to The Panelists, a show that takes about 25 minutes of your time and then is over. I'm Molly, and joining me are four experts. On my left, we have Team Beige and Serge. What is your team name?
Team, we want to talk to the head barista.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be the manager, just someone with some fucking authority.
And on my right, we have Team Adam and Ian. What is your team name?
The Geneva Convention.
I don't even know what that means.
Both very authoritative names. Good job, everybody. And I have good news. You are obliged by the terms of your probation to assist Andrew Lloyd Webber in creating a new rock musical, since he's run out of ideas after he wrote the one about cats that fuck and the one about trains that fuck. What's gonna fuck now? Either the American Geological Society, the Oxford English Dictionary, or Mount Rushmore.
Holy moly.
Team Geneva Convention. You sound like you're onto something.
I kind of want to make Mount Rushmore fuck.
I mean, you know already that Mount Rushmore fucks.
Yeah, I want to bone down with presidents.
Like four big dudes who are just stone cold hard 24/7, 365. You know they are down to bone.
Yeah,
we're taking Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Follow me on this journey, Beach. We only have so many words to describe getting down.
Right.
But if we got in the dictionary, we could come up with so many other words to describe getting down.
So the musical then is a description of the not just the creation of the dictionary itself getting out there and widening its own vocabulary and finding different ways to like get down with people.
Here's a metaphor.
Yeah.
As they bone, we make new words that are the offspring of the words boning.
Right, like compound words like they have in German.
I think we have the easier job here, Adam.
Yeah. Because
like, who do we have on Mount Rushmore? We've got
Washington.
Screw you,
Beach. Who do you have, gentlemen?
Washington.
Yep.
Lincoln.
Yep. Roosevelt.
Jefferson. Am I right?
Yeah, and that's it. That's it. So four guys, already small enough cast we can deal with.
Yeah.
Thank you to Lin-Manuel Miranda for doing Hamilton and giving us so many Washington-based rhymes that we can deal with.
Yeah.
So that's out of the way.
Well, I was thinking more. We just like if we're gonna do a musical, we'll just update the presidents to 2019, but more of like a 50 Shades of Grey kind of thing.
Oh, like so we're gonna drag these guys into the present.
Yeah. We're gonna update it for millennials.
Yeah. So
right?
So the Roosevelt, he's gonna keep his big stick.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be where you think, if you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. Hey, he's not gonna talk softly.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he'll talk softly.
Oh, he'll talk softly before he gives you that.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
Lincoln's into bondage.
And Washington has fuck genes.
Yeah.
I would argue that Lincoln was definitively against bondage,
but
he did an entire speech about it.
He comes around in the end, Beach.
Yes.
That's the turnaround.
Yeah.
That is tasteless in exactly a way that Andrew Lloyd Webber, I think, would appreciate.
We have the benefit of the Oxford English Dictionary, so many words to choose from, which means that we have at our fingertips so many potential rhymes for things, right? Because so many words in the dictionary rhyme with each other. Because they're all in the dictionary, they then could all rhyme with each other, right? We'll have just your kind of like standard 4/4 rock numbers and stuff like that. You just have somebody like reciting definitions of words, like daisy, a small white petaled flower with a yellow interior, whatever the fuck they call it.
I got one more on you, Beach.
Yeah.
ASMR.
Oh, we
go into that. There's a whole section of the play which is just whispering, Daisy.
Right. It's a
Well,
musical.
that's the crescendo. It like builds up. There's this song when people are expecting like the drop or something.
Yeah.
Just goes straight ASMR, and then just picture like the tingles on everyone in the audience is like, ooh, I can feel these words.
Yeah.
That's the sexiness right there.
That's right. We get inside their heads. We make them feel that it's happening to them.
We pass out headphones to everyone in the audience.
Yeah,
Best experience with headphones, and it's just like I can hear you. I can feel every part of this presentation. It's amazing.
Curtain goes up.
Yeah.
And it is Mount Rushmore, just there.
Yeah.
Four heads in the side of a rock. And they begin singing, from sea to shining sea. And then the pyrotechnics just go off, and these four rocky, literally chiseled dudes bust out of the mountain and start breakdancing.
Yeah. They'll be so big.
Yeah.
So vascular.
Oh, yeah, we hired four large men to be the presidents, and then just nothing but a children's choir for the rest of them.
Okay, kind of weird, but yeah. All right. Hey, yeah, let's get weird then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the idea of American exceptionalism, the towering giants of politics.
Yeah.
And how they relate to the little men, how they lift them up to be at their level.
Was your opera supposed to be about boning though? Still
The parameters question was everything's got to fuck.
The president's fuck.
in front of the children's choir?
They can turn around.
It's a yikes.
I guess
That's a big yikes.
they're facing the audience.
Dear children.
Dear children.
Children, turn around. The presidents have to fuck.
The kids are professionals. It's not anything they haven't seen before. This is for the audience.
This is the birth of a nation.
Turn around or I'll deny your acceptance letter to Harvard.
You're making some very interesting points that we can put in this musical about access to things like higher education.
Yeah.
How do the words in the dictionary fuck?
Well, the obviously the compound word scenario is one, but also if for instances where like verbs, for example, verbs gaining a gerund.
Conjugating.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like they and conjugation is definitely very like it's
sexy.
yeah, it is.
That's a word that makes you want to get down.
Conjugate, right? Conjugal visits, conjugating. It's like that's a nice way of saying people are fucking.
A word evolving into a plural, perhaps?
Yes.
You ready
right?
for the best here? You just take two dictionaries, you do that thing where you fan them into each other.
Yeah.
That goes into your ASMR idea.
Yeah,
as
it
well.
does as well.
I like this. This is going to be a full sensory experience. We're going to have two giant dictionaries on stage. The leaves of the
It's a
pages
metaphor. Oh, yeah.
falling together, like merging and forming, and then
Becoming
coming out,
one.
Coming out of the middle is like is people who are like I am a new compound word.
I'm the new words.
Yes, I am base toppy. It's like that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't matter. You watch Cats, and that doesn't make any sense either.
So they're going the more art house style.
Oh, yeah?
What if we just go full blown fucking American on people?
I think I'm on your page with you there.
Jefferson rides in on a monster truck shaped like a giant dick. Yeah, just like fucks the Atlantic Ocean for whatever reason. Some fireworks go off, and he's like, "Yeah, 407 years ago." And then Lincoln's like, "That's my line." Then he fucks the ocean.
Yep.
Just go fucking nuts about it. You know what I mean? Like just weird too. Like weird, like makes no sense. Why is Jefferson and Lincoln fucking the ocean in a giant dick-shaped monster
Okay,
truck?
so we can keep the kids in it too. Yeah. What we do is the kids get inside these giant presidents and move and pilot them around.
Like Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Don't let the children pilot fuck robots.
This is like less Andrew Lloyd Webber and more like Alejandro Jodorowsky.
And at the climax
Yeah.
of the story,
Ew.
we somehow get all four of these fuck robots all pointed towards America, right in the center, right? And then out of the robots,
Yeah.
we empty 3 crates of live eagles as they just ejaculate into the air.
You've just proposed for us to do a musical about the founding fathers committing bukkake on America with eagles.
I mean, they're the founding fathers now.
Yeah. I'm all in. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Do you see this as like an origin story, like how they became the sort of fuck gods of Mount Rushmore, or
The presidents exist fully formed. they're like titans walking the earth.
Yeah.
But it's through them that America becomes made.
and these four in a quadruple in the side of a?
They're actually just neck deep in the planet Earth.
And then
You know?
eventually they have to
rise.
They
They
burst
rise.
out. Yep.
They burst forth from America's soil, and they have to fuck something.
We'll call it the Fab Four.
I worry that title might confuse some people as to the content of the musical.
Oh, you don't know how we're making our music, do you?
No.
All licensed Beatles hits
Oh.
come together.
That doesn't seem like something Andrew Lloyd Webber. Well, you know, I've never met the man.
He's old now.
If you pay anybody enough.
Look, writing is hard. Writing songs is hard. Licensing songs
If we
easy.
can take the songs out of the equation, then it's all just choreography.
I'm sitting here agog at your idea so much that I'm actually starting to, I have nothing to contribute regarding our idea, which I still think is a really good idea.
All right. Work with this beach. Work
Yes.
with this beach. You know what? It's sexy. Smart people. You know what
Yes.
smart people do?
Read the dictionary!
Yes, they know words, and they make up words, and they make those words bone down to create new, better baby words.
William Shakespeare fucked a lot, if I
Yeah.
understand that movie correctly.
And if
he
you look at
created
all the
new
words
words out of whole cloth.
constantly, right?
Yes.
we start with just a couple of words, and they bone down so much, it fills the entire book.
Yes, it's a creation myth.
Yeah.
Yeah, of the dictionary.
This is the origin story. How did it come? Well, there were 26 letters, and they got freaky.
Yeah.
The major flaw that I see with Beej and Serge's plan is that printed media is dead.
Yes, it is.
It's not interesting.
Which means there's no hero.
No.
I think I have a solution for that.
Yeah.
What we do is we go out into the audience before the start of the show. We pick one lucky kid to come on stage,
Yeah.
and they get to become the fifth face on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Is it like the mirror in Romper Room?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like that. Lincoln comes out and says, "I don't see you. I see you."
Okay.
And
And then the face just pushes through the rock until it bursts through.
a crying child's face emblazoned on Mount Rushmore.
On every show.
It's like, I don't want to go on stage. Ah!
I just saw them fuck the ocean.
I think that like our play or our musical is definitely the kind of thing that you take kids to as a field trip as punishment, whereas I think theirs is the kind of thing you take kids to on a field trip as some sort of scared straight option.
Yeah. You want one sex robot? Well, watch this musical. Have them all.
After the show, Adam, when you go up and meet the audience, you get to meet the actors.
Yeah.
If you want to, you can hammer a piece of the mountain off to take home.
Why would we give our set away? We need that to do our production.
That's a lot of rock. There's a lot of America out there. We can get new rock each time.
How many shows are we doing?
Probably at least one.
One a night, right?
Yeah.
We have to make money off this thing.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, we
Fuck, how many eagles are gonna die to our show? Like, how do we get the eagles back? They'll just fly away. Like, we're gonna be buying like 300 of an endangered species.
we only do this in the round outdoors. We could be single-handedly repopulating the eagle population.
Like you're gonna take your shit to Burning Man? Like
Our play is perfect for Burning
It
Man.
is.
Oh, you're right,
That's
it
our
is.
target audience. Oh, yes.
Sandstone's real easy to bust out of.
Yeah. Thanks, Beach.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Beach.
You're welcome.
Well, I think we learned that it is time for Andrew Lloyd Webber to retire. But I have good news. Just when you thought your late Aunt Euphemia couldn't kick the bucket anymore, a safe containing some of her most treasured valuables was discovered at the bottom of the ocean. And after all the good stuff is picked over, you are left to choose between one of two things. Do you take a jacket that fits you and is very comfortable, but when you wear it, and only when you wear it, people mistake you for popular character actor Jim Parsons? Or the toilet that Elvis died on? Team, I'd like to see the head barista.
Do you think if we sit on Elvis's toilet, we can like
Gain his
consume his
power?
powers? Yeah.
Yeah, I have to assume that when you die on a piece of furniture,
Yeah.
like especially if your nude skin is in contact with a piece of furniture when you die,
A little bit of you's left in it.
yeah, exactly. That's how I feel.
So it wouldn't be all of Elvis. It'd just be a little bit of Elvis.
Yeah.
So maybe like 5 minutes after using the bathroom, we're suddenly amazingly talented, but then it slowly goes away.
Well, you always have all your best creative ideas when you're in the bathroom. So
Totally.
maybe there's like one good song left in them.
Yeah.
Team Geneva Convention.
Adam, do you know who Jim Parsons is?
Not a fucking...
Yes! Yes!
Neither do I.
Okay.
Which leads me to question whether or not he actually exists at all. Which means that what we have been given
Yeah.
is an invisibility cloak.
Only for people who don't know who Jim Parsons is.
Which is
I
at
wanna
least-
I want to be fair, is that if you're walking around with that jacket on, you're invisible to some people and not others.
Yeah. If me and Ian don't know who Jim Parsons is, does Serge know who Jim Parsons is? No, he does not. So we're invisible to at least 3 people in this room.
I know who Jim Parsons is.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So I will be able to see you, except I'm going to think you're Jim Parsons.
We have just become owners of an invisibility jacket for all intents and purposes. So as far except to Beej. Beej is the only one that can catch us.
What if it's an age limit? What if you're only invisible to young people who don't know who Jim Parsons is? but
Millennials!
people who are
We're
old
invisible
enough-
to millennials!
yeah.
That's even better! I'm gonna rob so many McDonald's.
Oh, why stop at McDonald's? Jim Parsons ostensibly only has one bank account.
Yeah.
And so as long as we don't rob his bank,
Yeah.
we're going to get away scot-free.
Are we imparted with all the knowledge of Jim Parsons when we don the jacket? No, we don't know.
So we don't know who
We
we are.
don't know who the bank is. We don't know which bank is ours.
No, but that's good. It means we can avoid most of them, but at least we retain our identity.
Yeah.
Whereas they are going to end up sitting down on a toilet
Yeah.
where they partially become Elvis.
Yes.
Which I'd like to add on that point. That toilet killed Elvis. Mm-hmm. Of the two men or two beings entered that room.
Yeah.
Elvis sat down. Elvis died. The toilet remained.
And I would argue that Jim Parsons, I think, is not dead and was not killed by his haunted invisible jacket.
So we have an alibi for anything we do while wearing the jacket.
Yeah. It's foolproof.
Are you accusing the Elvis death toilet of murdering Elvis?
Adds up to me.
So it killed Elvis because Elvis was too talented. Luckily, we're only absorbing a portion of Elvis's power.
The last bit, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do we do with this fraction of power? And how do we use it as quickly as possible and then get rid of it before the toilet tries to kill it?
Elvis was very good at a select number of things. And I'm going to assume that in this case, what is left of him is a song. Or
Okay.
at least like a good hook.
What if it was just pelvis movement with the song? No, pelvis movement on the toilet's a bad idea. Song. We're singing. We've got the song. You want the pelvis now? I know.
It's just kind of the pelvis movement. Like, I can understand why you'd be sitting on the toilet and doing that a little bit because sometimes it kind of helps to keep everything moving. Right? You're kind of
Well,
like
they called him Elvis the pelvis.
you're bent a little bit and you're kind of like, oh my God, I need to move that piece out or whatever. And you're like, if I just bend up like this and I kind of do this a bit, it kind of gets everything working.
I'm learning a lot about beach right
Yeah,
now.
you get your feet up on something like you take like the wastebasket down, you flip it over, you put your feet up on it, you're like,
can
all of
see
a sudden everything loosens up and it's just kind of like falls out.
Toilet is not killing Beej. Beej is this.
I'm going to kill this
technique-
fucking toilet.
Yeah.
I'm going to ruin it with my
Checkmate.
advanced technique.
Checkmate Geneva Convention. We kill the toilet. Now it haunts you.
I would argue that the toilet is the phylactery of Demi-Lich Elvis. And if we destroy the toilet, we end the curse.
And if we fail to do that, as long as we're wearing the jacket, that curse goes right to Jim Parsons.
Yeah, because you fucking know that the cursed Elvis toilet doesn't know who Jim Parsons is.
And it's a magic jacket, too.
Yeah. It's a magic jacket, we just decided.
Okay, so the phylactery is dead. We only have a limited amount of time while the powers of Elvis still right through us.
Right. We write a song or we do an impression or
I think we write a song.
we just, even if all we do is like either lyrics or music, whatever it is we come up with, we hand it over to somebody else and say, here, this was written by us-ish.
You can't use a toilet without hooking it up. At least you shouldn't. Which means you've got to hook up that toilet, get a new wax ring, get it flowing, and at that point, it's a used Elvis toilet.
Gross.
Which means it's lost all of its resale
All of its
value.
magical powers.
Okay, yes.
The second you move it is like, that's it, man. Like its magical abilities to confer any Elvis powers
All
onto
the
you
Elvis
is
power
gone.
literally right down the drain.
Yeah.
With every flush, less and less Elvis remains.
Yeah, I would hope so. Jesus, like, given what he was doing when he died, like, I would hope that eventually that thing got cleaned.
I assume eating like a peanut butter and banana sandwich.
I think that was the idea. It's like,
Yeah.
and there's probably bacon involved.
Bacon and
right.
raisins, yeah.
That man knew how to eat.
Yeah, he certainly did. Oh, I mean, he didn't actually. It's what ultimately killed him. That man did not know how to eat properly.
Are you infected by the cursed soul of Elvis and you start eating bad? Does that work like
I
that?
don't think it's possible for Elvis to make me eat any worse than I already do.
Maybe it's part of the incantation that you actually, for it to work, you have to sit down, skin to skin on toilet, eat the peanut butter, banana, and bacon sandwich, and relax a bit, but
That's
not
how you
enough.
summon him?
The rights of Presley.
Touching
Yeah.
skin to skin is a sentence that
You have
we
to,
should
like-
not use when you must touch the cursed toilet skin to skin.
You were just going to put children in a Founding Fathers fucking musical. I feel like Skin to Skin is pretty mild for how your team is doing so far.
Well, yeah, but we're Jim Parsons. Nobody knows who we are.
The part that concerns me is the only way I can now picture the spirit of Elvis entering us is
Woohoo!
like a plumber snake.
Right up in your hound dog.
Yeah.
Crying all the time.
Yeah. Welcome to my Heartbreak Hotel.
I would like you to tell Team Geneva Convention where they might know Jim Parsons from.
Can I do it in one word?
Please.
Bazinga.
Oh my God! It's the Big Bang Theory guy.
Nope. Don't know which one of them it was. I'm still good.
Everybody knows who that guy is. We're not invisible anymore.
Is he the Sheldon?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Sheldon.
I didn't know who it was either. That's Sheldon.
Okay, that's the only one I can name. So
Okay.
good.
Fuck! This is the worst. This is the terrible disguise. Fuck. Our plan just got way worse.
It just means we can do whatever we want in, like, I don't know, the Ukraine.
No, he's probably popular there too. We'd have to go to like Papua New Guinea or something. Do they have TV in Papua New Guinea?
Probably.
Damn.
So no adventure, no crime, no invisibility.
Yeah.
Just people coming up and falsely recognizing you all the time. It's just like, hey, James Turner, I love you. How you doing?
James Parsons, I love that.
I think we're going to find him and we're going to kick him in the nuts because that's the only way we can get away with it. No one will ever arrest someone for kicking themselves in the nuts.
What if we run into Jim Parsons while wearing the Jim Parsons jacket?
That's when we kick him in the nuts.
Is that like a Back to the Future thing? Is like one of us gonna fade? Like, do we fade from pictures? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Not actually him, though. It's that Spider-Man gif. You just point at each other.
yeah, it's just like, hey.
But if everyone thinks that we're Jim Parsons, then Jim Parsons will think that we're Jim Parsons.
Holy shit.
The moment that your foot makes contact with his nuts, his jacket becomes enchanted with your face.
No! We can make a living being the Jim Parsons stunt double!
We'll call the Jim Parsons Project.
Yes! Yes! Thank you. I love you so much.
I think we should flush this toilet before we all die on it. I would like to confer onto the head barista will do. Bonus points for inventing the ASMR anti-drop. I think that's going to change musical theater. And for haunting the studio as Elvis haunts his toilet. And I commend you for including children every step of the way through your Founding Fathers fucking musical.
They're the future.
That'll be no problem whatsoever.
Nope.
I would like to thank Beej and Serge and to a lesser extent Adam and Ian for talking. I would like to thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. This has been The Panelists.
Is Jim Parsons the goat dude from Saturday Night Live?
That's Jim Brewer.
Oh,
You're thinking the puppet person.
that's close.